There's something I have to get right over here. Thank you, young man. My goodness. Don't know if I'll have time for all these, but let me explain what these cards are. Now, before we went on the air tonight, we asked everyone in our studio audience to write down on cards some questions that they would like to ask our special guest. Questions about her life, her career, television business, people she knows in it. No holds barred. Really tough questions. So we have them now. And I'd like you to meet the brave lady who has agreed, no holds barred, agreed to answer all of these questions. She happens, incidentally, to be the national chairman, or char lady. No, she's a national charwoman. No, she isn't. Seriously, she's the national chairman of the Easter Seal Campaign, Miss Lucille Ball. Well, Lucy, I'm well aware that you know everybody on the panel.
Not everyone.
Well, some better than others, but I'm sure the panel knows you, and we'll find out how well now in just a moment. As I've explained, Lucille Ball has agreed to answer these questions from the studio audience. And just to make things a little more interesting, panel, we want to put you two on the spot, you four over there. We would like you to try to predict what Lucy's answers will be. In other words, we're going to have you answer these questions as if you were Lucille Ball. You can speak in the first person, probably. Pretend that you are Lucille Ball, giving not, what you would answer, but what she would answer, you think. Whatever I said. So I'll read the first question here now.
You have time for all those?
No, if I don't shut up, we won't have time for any of them. But it took a lot of explaining. Okay, Henry, you answer now as though you were Lucille Ball, not Henry Morgan. Here's the first question from the audience. Are you temperamental?
Yes, very.
You are, huh?
Mm-hmm.
All right, now we'll get Lucy's own answer to that.
Can I take time to resent that? No, I am not temperamental, attested to by the people that have been working with me for many, many years. I flare up occasionally, but after long, long premeditation.
That's about what I meant, yeah.
Okay, there's one question. The second question is for Jayne to answer, as if she were Lucille. This is pretty wild. Are you a natural redhead? As Lucy now, Jayne.
Yes, I am. I was born a natural redhead just like Jayne Meadows was.
Very clever. What do you say, Lucy?
Of course I am. It comes out of a bottle called Natural Redhead.
Very good. That's what Ben Grauer always uses, ladies and gentlemen. All right, now this is funny for about 9 reasons. Gary, this is your question, and here it is. As Lucy, you answer. As the head of a studio, you have the final say, naturally, about all decisions. But who has the final say at home?
Oh, my husband does.
Very good. Lucy?
Well, I don't even have the final say at the studio. I have, naturally, a lot of very able people around me, and we discuss things. At home, we discuss things, too. And the only thing I really have the final say on is whether the windows are opened or closed.
All right. Third.
At night.
Betsy, here's the one. Here's the one for you to answer as Lucille. Are you inherently witty, or do you have to have a script?
I'm inherently witty, but a good script helps.
Lucy?
Well, actually, I am not witty. I can say things that occasionally get laughs when I'm telling stories on myself. But I don't think funny.
Well, you are funny, and that's what counts.
Thank you.
Okay, Henry, here's the one for you to answer. Yes, Lucy. What is it like being a millionaire?
It's pretty boring. Or, I have another answer. I don't know. I've been a millionaire so long, I forget what it's like.
Very good, Henry. Lucy?
Well, I don't know many millionaires, and I'm certainly not one. Anyone that can be a millionaire today had to start about 50 years ago, and I didn't start 50 years ago.
You're
You
really
can't.
not?
Oh.
No.
Boy, there goes another castle.
Well, all my money that my studio earns goes back into my castle, I can tell you that. Goes right back into the business, and you know, no one can keep money these days. The taxes are ridiculous. I mean, you have $25,000 in the bank. If that's supposed to be a millionaire, why, all right. But all the money's in Boston and Pasadena and Philadelphia, and it hasn't been moved in years.
Okay, the next question for Jayne once again. Do you do your own cooking?
No, I can't cook anything. What did she tell us the other day? She doesn't cook.
What are you looking at me for?
No, I don't cook, and when I leave the house to go to the studio, I go through the kitchen and I say, Mr. Morton will plan the meal tonight.
The reason we were laughing is that's what Lucy said on our radio show the other morning. What's the answer?
I can cook, and I don't have enough time to cook, and I do let Gary plan the meals quite often because he doesn't like everything that I like. He says that I'm too New England. He doesn't dig a New England boiled dinner.
Yeah, boiled dinner.
So I let him. You like it, right?
One person likes it. Give that man a New England boiled dinner. Hey, it's Ben Grauer, ladies and gentlemen. Next question for Gary. Are you as funny off stage as you are on, Lucy?
Let me get part of Jayne's. Please, give me just a section of Jayne's.
All right.
We were in New Hampshire last year, Christmas, and she decided to cook, and Lucy does cook well when she has the time. But you know that just plain meatballs, Lucy is the only one that makes them come out like hockey pucks. And it wasn't Lucy's fault, it was the meat. Something was wrong with the meat.
That's right.
It was about 8 years old.
That's right.
I don't know what it was. Now, the other...
This question, are you as funny off stage as you are on?
Well, she doesn't... I don't think I'm funny. Am I taking her part now?
You be her.
Oh, I don't think I'm funny off stage, but some people do. Now I'll revert, all right? I'm back to myself. She's funny. Mm-hmm. She doesn't think she is, but once in a while she'll say, "Good night, Gary," and walk into a wall. So she's funny.
You got time for another one? Okay, just one more. Betsy, here's the question for you to answer as Lucy. Why do you work so hard?
I work so hard because I love it.
Good answer, Lucy?
Gesundheit. And that is the answer. That is the answer. I work so hard because I love it and because I have a great arena to work in, and I wouldn't think of giving it up, so long as I have as many wonderful fans for the Lucy show as I have.
Yeah, well, we won't let you give it up. That's for sure. Yeah. Well, this has been so much fun, we ought to just do a whole program of this stuff some night, you know? Good idea. Well, Lucy, we'd like to thank you. We got about 700 more questions here. We'll meet you out in the alley and go through these processes. Thanks so much for having joined us, Lucille.
Take them home?
We'll work on them little by little. We'll be back in just a moment. We pause now for this important message. Well, sir, we look like the, I don't know, what do we look like?
Well, Mr. Burke. Like ventriloquists, and we look like the dummies.
Careful with your hair. I want you people to know that you young people particularly will be thrilled to know that our guest next week is Neil Sedaka.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, never kneel on your Sedaka, you know. Painful that can be.
Jayne?
Well, we want to kiss the girls goodnight, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good
Good
night.
night.
Good night, Betsy.
Yeah, we're not so good.
Good night, everybody.